Hi, it's Cindy from Lizard Learning. Today I am just going to go through the rest of the surveys that we received in. So if you watched our Facebook Live the other day with Mark Verdorniak and I, we went through 6 of the questions that came through. And when I woke up, so we sent the email out at 8 o'clock the night before, and when I woke up the next morning, there was 21 emails sitting there already, responses. So that was cool. Now we have over 30 or 40 responses that have actually come through. So if you're anything like me, I always have to ask a ton of questions, or I really have to think things through before I purchase anything, whether it's $10 or whether it's $100. So you might have some of these burning questions as well, but just haven't had the chance to email or to trawl through Facebook or Instagram or our website to find the answer. So I am going to just go over to SurveyMonkey, which is also on my screen, and I'm going to continue through with some more questions. Now, this lady, Elizabeth, Liz is always on Facebook. So hi, Liz, if you're seeing me in this video. Thank you very much for all your support. You're always there. I always see your little profile pic come up if you like a comment. So the main thing I was going to request was answers, as this helps time saving when marking. But as you have already covered that, I am happy, really happy, Liz, that we have been able to do that for you. So that was a really big thing with the resource. There was many people wanted answers, and to be honest, I always bought my resources with an answer section as well. The only reason that we didn't put it out was because it was a new product. I didn't want to be investing a whole lot of money into something and if it was going to be a flop. But when we released it, it just has gone absolutely gangbusters over this last 12 months, really. So it was definitely something that I was happy to invest more money in to make it the awesome resource that it is. So we have had some designers from New Wave Design come in. That's Kim and Alicia. And they've come in with the illustrations and the new design and have made the product what it is, which is absolutely up there with the best companies on the market. Now, Liz has also gone on to ask about another resource that she would like to see, that she can't see out on the market, as we have mixed stage classes, something quick and easy, but also educational that we can give to the children to work through on their own, particularly at the beginning of a new year, while we need to focus on the other half of the class. Okay, well, I think the 10 quick questions a day would also be good for that. Okay, another one. They didn't leave their name. What is the price and what is the alignment with the curriculum? Great question. So the price is $32 a term. On top of the $32, you are also going to receive some nice, juicy free stuff. So make sure that you have signed up at www.lizardlearning.com. You put your name in the green box and you've downloaded your free resources. And this will make sure that you're on our newsletter, because we will always communicate via our newsletter, and also Facebook, Lizard Learning Facebook, and Instagram, Lizard Learning over on Instagram. So that's our 3 main ways that we will communicate with you. And yes, it supports the Australian curriculum. So it was very difficult to specifically align every single page and every single year with the Australian curriculum, because we wanted to make sure that each page had a little question that was a little bit difficult and a question that was just so super easy, and obviously a whole lot of questions that were for that year level. And the reason why is because as a teacher, I know when I handed out resources or a worksheet, I would always want to make sure that my lowest little kids could answer something on that page. And that comes back to what this resource is all about. And it's for kids to feel confident in working with the curriculum again, which I think they've lost. You know, it's so overcrowded with so many aspects and so much content that the kids are overwhelmed. So they think, well, if they can't do one thing, they're not going to be able to do the next. And then it creates a big snowball effect. So yes, it does support the Australian curriculum. We are all teachers here that have written the resource, and many of our teachers have over 40 years teaching experience in the classroom, and they were Brisbane teachers, and we also had in the beginning teachers across Queensland that jumped on board to help create the resources, and they too were also current classroom teachers. Okay, that was a great question. Sorry I rattled on for so long. Just keep including sequential grammar spelling questions for year 5. That's Trisha. Hey Trisha, again, you are one of my biggest supporters as well, and I think you were one of the first to buy the 10 quick questions a day when I first brought it out onto the market. So thanks very much. And so yeah, we'll continue to do that. So we have some really awesome things coming over the next, for the 2017 year. We are going to have more boot camp, punctuation and spelling products. Maybe that's what Trisha was referring to. So we're going to have those available for the rest of the years, well, particularly 4 and 6. And we're also going to be breaking the 10 quick questions a day into 2 separate resources. So you will just have a numeracy, 10 quick questions, 5. That's my maths for me. You will have 5 quick questions a day, and you will have for numeracy and 5 quick questions a day for literacy. So you might have a class that really nails maths and that they're fine and they're not struggling in those areas and they're all pretty confident. Then there's no use you spending that money on a resource that you could be spending half the amount on a resource that will actually cater to the needs that your children need in the classroom or at home. Of course, you know, we have a massive homeschooling community, and I love talking to those mums. They're just so inspirational with what they do. Okay, number 12. Yes. Okay, can this be differentiated for gifted, EALD? I'm not really too sure what that is. Can somebody tell me what that is in the comments under this video? That would be great. I'm guessing, and it says, or children with additional learning needs. So yes, this resource is perfect for differentiation. For the numbers, it's 1 to 10. So just in that aspect, I would say for my lower kids that they only have to do, say, the odd numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And for the children, so that would be on one day. But I would know, because it was 5 literacy and 5 numeracy questions, I know that those kids are receiving a little bit of both curriculums every single day, because then the next day I would tell them to do the even numbers. So then I would get them to do 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So once again, they're getting both literacy and both numeracy every single day. So they're not doing the whole 10 questions for the whole week and the whole 50 questions. However, they're doing a lot more than what they would if you didn't have a program such as this that was easily set out for a teacher to deliver. So yes, it is excellent for differentiation. Also, if you have a year 6 class, well then, and because we have provided the resource into separate terms, then you can buy one of the other, like a lower term for a year 5, and have the lower kids work on that. The same goes for extension kids. If you're in year 2 and you've got an extension child, well, you can buy any of the terms for year 3 and pull it forward for your extension child or children to work on. Please, can we have a high school version? I have offered once before to help you with this. Now, this is the beautiful Hello Fleur. Thank you very much for your comment, and I haven't forgotten you. I haven't. It's just been crazy with the new design, and of course everything costs money to get done, so I just needed to get this resource, the new awesome one, done with all the new illustrations, layout, and get all these answers finished. So obviously that took a team of teachers and designers and illustrators to finish that, to get it to where it is now. So definitely a high school 10 quick questions a day will be coming at some stage, and that's for years 7 to 9. So Fleur, I haven't forgotten you, and thank you again. You're one of my stars from way back in the beginning, and I really appreciate all your help and support and your emails, and definitely I will be in touch, and we can start writing that one together. Are they Australian? And she would like a resource. This is Kay Kerry. Kerry would like a resource that repeats already learnt stuff, which is kind of like the 10 Quick Questions a Day program, really. But yes, it is an Australian resource. Kay, thank you. They haven't included their name, so that's okay. And happy now that answers are included. And this person would love to have digital tech lesson plans aligned to the Australian curriculum. So that's a really good question, because that is where also the 10 Quick Questions a Day program will be heading. We will be doing a lot of digital tech stuff in the future. And this is where Mark Verdorniak has come on board. He is a really, that's his sort of guru space, is the tech area. And that's where firstly we're going to start with lessons. We're going to be pulling out the definitions from the 10 Quick Questions a Day program, and Mark is going to be teaching those and pulling them apart. Excellent for new grads. If you don't know how to do, say, teach perimeter, then Mark is in there and he will teach it to the class for you. And this is just a great learning tool for you and your students, and for also parents at home. Like, I was a registered nurse. I didn't know any of this either before I started teaching. So it's good for all of us. Will the 10 Quick Questions a Day introduce easier and challenging sets of questions? Yeah. So excellent question. Again, we didn't provide a name, so that's cool. I wouldn't either. That's just me. Yes. So as I just said before, I kind of answered that before. We do have just on one page a question that's generally really, really easy, and a more difficult, challenging question. However, definitely another resource in the future that we could definitely make. And also, if you are one of these teachers that think that they can write these resources and come on board and help us, we're always very welcome for people that obviously have followed Lizard Learning. You know our values and our morals and the value that we like to provide to our community. And we would like to work with anyone that is in line with the same ethos that we have, and that's giving back to our teachers, helping their life to be super easy, to reduce their planning, more family time back to them, and also to help our kids succeed and be confident in the primary school years. And also to help our parents know what their children are learning, because as we know, if parents are on board helping us, then it makes our job so much easier back in the classroom. Having the answers now will be very helpful, and hopefully will make me seem and hopefully will make me seem smarter when solving the questions with my children. That is, that's a beautiful parent. Now, if you go to the website, you will see, now is it Harvini? Sorry that I might have got that wrong. I'm guessing I have. But this beautiful parent has provided the most wonderful testimonial on the website. So if you want to head on over to www.lizardlearning.com, on the website you will see Harvini's testimonial. Sorry if I have got that wrong, but thank you very much for that. So beautiful. Gail has just says, no, I have no questions for the 10 Quick Questions a Day program. I don't know yet, but all the above information is great. Yeah. Have you considered changing to a subscription-based service rather than pay per resource? Yes, I have. I would like to sort of find out a little bit more about that as well with our community, if that's something that you would like to do. Once again, it's a little bit more of an infrastructure that has to be set up. That we actually just haven't gotten to yet, but it is but you know, it's, yes, definitely something that has been considered with the Lizard Learning team. I haven't purchased it yet, but I was concerned that it didn't have answers to the questions, but you have covered that in your blurb above. Is it Australian Curriculum 2? I assume, which is excellent. So thank you, Nicole. So I think I'm going to pull it up there. That's been about 15 minutes of going through those questions. So a lot of questions covered there for the 10 Quick Questions a Day program. If you haven't signed up already to over 3 hours of free teaching content, and this is a great way to have a look at what the resource is all about if you would like to implement it into your classroom or if you want to use it with your kids at home. Head to www.lizardlearning.com and you sign up in the green box on the home page, and that will instantly give you the year 1 through to year 6 samples, whole week samples for you. So until then, I hope you have seen my blog about taking a break. It's on in the blog section on the website. Take a break, rest up. You're not at school yet. You've got plenty of time for cutting and pasting and laminating when the year starts. So continue to rest up, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.